the sky with your light. A million stories forever you write. A shaken world, we discover new meaning. Losing myself since we stopped breathing. A halo on the chosen. My oh my, how we have fallen.
Hello Virgo, this is Inspire 2016 with your monthly tarot reading for the month of October 2016. The first card for you is representing your condition at present. Your card is the Six of Swords. This card indicates that you have harnessed your strengths and talents in order to bring about a successful outcome in your endeavors. You have managed to get through the confusion of the Five of Wands, minimizing your distractions, focusing on the task at hand. You have overcome the challenges along the way, and now you are focusing your energies on the one goal that will lead to your success. This is your time to shine and to come out on top. The Six of Wands is such positive encouragement to believe in who you are and your accomplishments so far. Have faith in what you have personally achieved and how this will be received by others. Do not let fear or guilt stand in the way of your success. You ought to feel proud of what you have achieved and not afraid to hold your head up high and feel worthy of others' attention. The Six of Wands focused on creating success and building your personal brand and reputation. You want to be successful at what you do, but at the same time, you want to ensure that others know about it and give you the recognition you deserve. You may need to promote yourself more frequently by sharing your success stories with others and encouraging them to follow a similar journey. If you do not already, you will soon have some great success stories to share within your personal networks. You may even be interested in applying for awards or scholarships in order to build your brand and receive public recognition. The downside to the Six of Wands is that it can also bring self-importance, arrogance and egotistical behaviors. With victory you may come to think that nobody can be better than you, and you end up with an inflated ego and a big head. If you take on this attitude, someone is likely to want to take you down and criticize you, bringing disappointment and potential disrepute later on. If empowered by the energy of the Six of Wands, keep in mind how you would feel if someone made you feel inferior or put you down. Rein in your ego and make your victory all the sweeter. On the other hand, you may feel tired and would like to take a rest to heal yourself. You may travel to upcountry or abroad, which can be business trip or vacation trip. You may lack enthusiasm to do anything at this time and let things go. You will be able to accept changes. For finance, if you ever have financial issue, it tends to improve positively. For love, you may just end your relationship or may have to travel, which make a distance between you and your love for a while. The second card for you is representing the immediate challenge or problem that you'll be facing. Your card is the Magician. You may have new ideas at work. You will receive some good advices on your work which you should consider and apply them appropriately in order to add value to your work. There will be an opportunity at work. Just be well prepared for presentation to demonstrate your capability to others. You may have to contact foreigners or use foreign language at work. Be careful of dealing with documentation. For finance, no worry, as you will be able to manage your cash flow in spite of many expenses. For love, try to adjust yourself, as your love may not want to adjust towards you. You may get a contact from your ex-lover. If you are single, you may meet with a charming person who may not intend to build any relationship but just play game to fool you around. On the other hand, this card may also represent someone who is typical used car salesman. He uses his charm and his power in a manipulative manner to convince you of his point of view. Always be careful of this type. Make sure you know what you are buying into rather than being swept away by the excitement he generates. The magician often suggests that you may be out of touch with reality and struggling to bring yourself back down to earth. There may be confusion, impatience, and lack of a clear plan. You need to return to the lesson of the Fool and free yourself from the current situation in order to give yourself some perspective and reassess the situation. Ask yourself, where am I focusing my energy? Are my objectives clear? What skills and abilities are needed in this situation? How am I communicating with others? What do I want others to believe or see about me? The magician shows that you have a lot of skills, talents and abilities that are not being utilized at the moment, and you feel as if your true potential is not being maximized. You may be feeling that you have so much more to give, that there are skills or talents that you have gained over the years that you are not using right now. There is something that you know you are very good at, but you have not allowed yourself the opportunity to really nurture and explore this skill. You will already know what these talents are, so ask yourself, why am I not putting these talents to good use? What is getting in the way of drawing upon my skills and abilities and reaching my full potential? What needs to change in order to be the best person I can be? You will need to find opportunities where you can tap into this unused skill and bring it into the conscious mind. You have a particular skill or talent that could help your spiritual journey, but you are not yet using this skill. You may also be keen to pursue new spiritual interests, particularly if your current path is not fully meeting your needs. Be open to change and know that it is okay to build up a portfolio of different spiritual beliefs and skills. The third card for you is representing your goal, aspiration, or best outcome with regards to your situation. Your card is the Seven of Pentacles. If you want to progress in your career path, you will have to try harder. Though you think that you are experienced, but it is not enough. You should show your enthusiasm to your boss and colleagues and let them know that you are ready to improve your capability all the time. For finance, your financial status is getting more stable. You may plan to improve your financial status to be stronger. This card shows that you have a strong desire to invest in those things that will provide long-term benefit. You understand the value of putting in time and energy now for longer-term rewards, and you are not necessarily looking for quick wins as such. You also want to make sure that you are focusing your attention on the right areas that will give you the biggest bang for your buck, instead of wasting time on areas that will not deliver any value. You have a long-term view and you are focused on sustainability of results. Similarly, if you are planning for the future, the Seven of Pentacles shows that you are taking a long-term view and you are assessing where you can best invest your time and energy for the maximum output. You do not want to keep putting your heart and soul into something if you are not getting the rewards for it, and no doubt, you have started to see that there are some areas in your life that are just become energy sappers but without the reward. The Seven of Pentacles indicates that if you have been working extra hard or putting in extra effort into something, it will finally pay off. Your effort will definitely be worth it and you will see the results and rewards for your labor. You may have been working on something quite challenging and important for the last few months, and this is likely to come to a culmination. You are likely to see financial or other tangible rewards for all of your hard work. Sometimes, however, the Seven of Pentacles can denote frustration. You have been laboring away at something important and you may be starting to feel concerned that you will never be rewarded for your efforts. Be patient and appreciate the progress you have made so far. If your hard work has not yet paid off as planned, remember that your expectations may be unreasonable. There are no guarantees. Be grateful, focus on the present and do what you can with what you have. The Seven of Pentacles may also represent fear of failure, delays and frustration. However, the positive side to it is that you are more likely to be learning from these setbacks and evaluating how you can better invest your time to create the most value. In order to avoid feelings of frustration, ensure that you review your progress to date at regular intervals, particularly when engaged in long-term or enduring work, so that you can review what is working well and what is not and where you can make adjustments. Make sure that you are on course and that you are on track to achieve your goals. The fourth card for you is representing issues from the past that have led to your current situation. Your card is the High Priestess. If in the past you may have ever felt confused and worried about situations in your life, or have been frustrated about the uncertain outcome or ending, you should be very patient and keep waiting. If you can make it through, you will gain useful experience for your future. For work, if you feel frustrated or have any questions on your work, you should consult others as you may get unexpected good ideas. For love, you may meet with someone who already has a lover. Thus, please be more careful to avoid disappointment later. Generally, this card represents wisdom, serenity, knowledge and understanding. She is often described as the guardian of the unconscious. She sits in front of the thin veil of awareness, which is all that separates us from our inner selves. The High Priestess knows the secret of how to access these realms. She represents spiritual enlightenment and inner illumination, divine knowledge and wisdom. She has a deep, intuitive understanding of the universe and uses this knowledge to teach rather than to try to control others. She generally appears in a tarot reading when you need to listen to and trust your inner voice. The High Priestess card represents a link to the subconscious mind, which cannot be accessed through the everyday world but only through dreams and symbols. Pay attention to your dreams and intuition. Look for areas in your life that may be out of balance or that require greater foresight and wisdom. Knowledge of how to fix it will not come through logic or intellect but through your intuition, so put aside a time when you can meditate and listen to your own inner voice. Your intuitive sense right now is providing you with useful and helpful information and is assisting you to become more in touch with your subconscious mind. For a male especially, the High Priestess card indicates that he must learn of his anima or female side, or he will fail to grow. For a woman, the High Priestess suggests that she must learn to trust herself and to be truly feminine, rather than succumbing to the pressures of having to act more like her male counterparts. The High Priestess can also point to the unknown and can indicate that your life is changing. Things that once seemed certain can no longer be taken for granted. Some puzzling mysteries become clearer, but all is not yet revealed at this point. On the plus side, you will find that your intuitive powers are increasing and you may be inspired to be creative. The High Priestess card is therefore a particularly good card for poets and writers. The fifth card for you is representing your subconscious realm, the underlying feelings and trends associated with your current situation. Your card is the Queen of Wands. This queen is the dominant feminine energy of the element of fire. She is not afraid to demonstrate her power to others, nor does she shy away from a challenge. She is therefore a strong leader who is focused on her desires, intending to get what she wants. Thus, the Queen of Wands indicates that you are strong, independent and able to take care of yourself and sustain your own creative vision, even in the face of adversity. You know what you want and how to get it, and you are masterful at engaging with others to achieve your goals. You are talented at staying fiercely determined and focused on your own goals whilst being friendly and optimistic with those around you. In the past you may have felt that you had so much workload that you almost had no time for rest. However, be careful of working too hard, which may have a bad effect on your health. You may be assigned a new project or new tasks at work. Thus, you may not have time for your friends or your lover. If you have a lover, be careful that your lover may be offended because you do not care her much. If you are single, there may be a chance to find love at work or business contact, but relationship is uncertain. If you have your own business, you may initiate a new project or new business line. If you are expertised, you will surely be successful. The Queen of Wands is highly energetic and leads a busy and active life. She radiates health and vitality and has an inner vibrancy that fills her with ongoing energy and inspiration. This queen is a natural-born, intelligent leader who actively inspires others. She can be quite the mover and shaker, influencing others through her vision, courage and determination. She instills confidence within you and gives you the power and self-assurance that you can achieve anything that you set your mind to. The Queen of Wands asks you to be bold and courageous in your undertakings and actions. Your creative energies are high and you have a good sense of your life direction. You are highly optimistic, confident and full of ideas that you are ready to implement and share with others. You have an ability to express your passions with great authenticity and courage. The Queen of Wands is a natural extrovert and enjoys being the center of attention. She creates a powerful first impression and is a likable individual who makes friends easily by being sweet, warm and charming. She wants to be known, to be someone. She has bountiful social and professional networks and she draws people to her with her charisma and positive energy. She may have dreams of being a celebrity one day, whether it be within the entertainment industry, her chosen professional industry or her circle of friends. The downside to the Queen of Wands is that she can sometimes be stubborn, particularly if she pursues an ambition or goal for too long and burns herself out in the process. Even the Queen of Wands is not invincible, even if she thinks she is. At times, she may also be deceptive, overbearing, irritable, righteous and even tyrannical, particularly if you get on her bad side. She also has a fiery, passionate personality with a quick temper. She may be known to get all worked up, yell and scream, and then give you a hug, all within the space of an hour. The sixth card for you is representing your immediate future. Your card is the Wheel of Fortune. Overall, you will be successful and fulfilled in the future. If you put your best effort in the past, things will be successful as you wish. If you have been working for a long time, you will progress as expected in your career. However, you have to present your capability to your boss as well. If you have your own business, it is a good timing to expand your business. If you are dealing with real estate, you will have a chance to get a lump sum money or commission on selling land. Your love is not outstanding at this time. If you have a lover, you will have a smooth relationship as your lover can get along well with you. This card also refers to the fact that things tend to go in cycles. There are good times and there are bad times. Even if your external environment is difficult and challenging, there will come a time when this will ease off and you will be able to focus more on creating fun and frivolity. The lesson of the Wheel of Fortune is that you must accept that there are always ups and downs in life. If you were to have only good times, you would become less appreciative of what you have. Sometimes the bad times provide the contrast and perspective you need to be able to recognize how blessed you are when the good times come. So, when times are good, enjoy the benefits but do not become complacent because things can change. When times are bad, do not be discouraged because even when things seem their worst, it simply suggests that things can only get better. The Wheel of Fortune suggests that you should not simply stand still and accept what life hands you. You can take an active hand to try and remain on the upside of the wheel. When things are down, instead of waiting and hoping for things to get better, you can work actively towards improving your situation, thereby speeding up the recovery process. Finally, the wheel asks you to not become discouraged when faced with adversity. Adversity is a natural part of life and should be expected from time to time. The fact that bad times happen should not worry you. Accept them as natural and not necessarily indicative of problems. Instead, look for ways in which you can face and conquer the adversity. If it cannot be addressed, then that might be taken as a suggestion of a problem. The Wheel of Fortune suggests that there are external factors that are influencing your situation that may be unknown to you or outside of your control. It is as though the universe is just dishing up whatever it pleases at this time, and it can feel quite unpredictable and unnerving as a result, especially if you like being in control most of the time. This is one of the challenging aspects of the Wheel of Fortune, since no matter which way the Wheel of Fortune turns, it is impossible to try and change it. So, you might as well try to accept what is happening and adapt accordingly. If a crisis seems inevitable, recall that in every crisis lies opportunity. When you have been pushed in a new direction, know that every path leads somewhere, even if you do not know where it is. Such events are simply out of your control, and if you can accept that, then the ride gets a lot easier. If you struggle against the wheel, it will crush you. So just go with the flow. The Wheel of Fortune is about keeping optimistic and having faith in the universe that it will take care of the situation in the best way possible. You need to remain optimistic yourself, thinking positively and keeping as upbeat as possible. Through meditation and visualization, the Wheel of Fortune can assist and reinforce your intention to bring increased abundance, good fortune and prosperity into your life. This archetype allows your life to turn in more positive directions if you are willing to grow and expand. This is also a lucky time in life when you are sensing the action of fate and destiny working in your favor. You may even be witnessing miracles or a very fortunate series of events. The wheel represents karma and reminds you that what goes around comes around. In the upright position, you are likely to be at the positive end, but again, do not become complacent. You still need to act in ways that are fundamentally good to ensure that luck or positivity stays on your side. The Wheel of Fortune speaks of a pivotal point in your life, where new options become possible. The appearance of the Wheel of Fortune shows that change is not only likely to happen, it is certain to happen, and soon. Generally, the change shown in the Wheel of Fortune is a dramatic change from the established order. These changes are distinctly personal and may require making a first step on a new and unfamiliar path. You may also need to alter your present course, move things in a different direction, or turn things around to ensure that you are creating the right outcomes in your life. The seventh card for you is representing the advice for you, or what approach can be taken to address your current challenges. Your card is The Ace of Pentacles. You may feel that things are just in the beginning steps. There are still no clear solutions to solve problems. For work, be careful of making unexpected mistakes as you do not concentrate on your work. For love, you may feel that your relationship is still uncertain and your potential partner is not serious with you the way you expected. For finance, your financial status is not quite good, but you are able to earn enough to manage your cash flow properly. This card also indicates the beginning of new energy and revitalized interest in the material or financial areas of your life. This card may represent the beginning of new investments or the willingness to undertake a new business venture. There is also the possible indication of a legacy or influx of money from an unexpected source. The Ace of Pentacles heralds a feeling of prosperity and abundance and should be accepted joyfully. It is a very positive card in general. The Ace of Pentacles is symbolic of wealth, not just in the financial sense but also in a more holistic sense. You may see new opportunities come your way to generate a new source of income, or you may be lucky enough to receive a financial gift or windfall. On a broader level, this ace indicates abundance in all areas of your life and a general feeling that you are indeed blessed and deserving of everything that comes your way. Operate by the law of attraction, and send out positive energy into the universe so that you may receive abundance in return. The Ace of Pentacles is about manifestation of your goals, and that you are moving into a more positive state of mind about what you are capable of achieving. Your ideas are ready to be turned into something tangible. Figure out what will work and make it a reality. Thus, the Ace of Pentacles sees you starting to map out how exactly you will achieve your goals, by creating targeted action plans and getting those actions underway. There are opportunities that are becoming available to you that will help you to manifest your goals and realize your inner potential, whilst at the same time generate some level of income and financial support. You are beginning to see that the world is indeed your oyster and that through careful planning, you can manifest your true goals and desires. The Ace of Pentacles can suggest that we need to introduce something new into the equation, rather than let things remain as they are, and hope they work themselves out. The Ace of Pentacles suggests you throw something new into the mix. Consider something that is out of character or something you might not ordinarily do, or get around to doing. For instance, you might consider joining a club, taking a class to learn new skills, or maybe even picking up a couple of books to learn how to build a new business. The 8th card for you is representing the external influences that can be the people, energies or events which will affect the outcome of your situation and are beyond your control. Your card is the Devil. Be careful of over-entertainment. You may socialize with many groups of your friends or friends in high society who are acquainted with spending money extravagantly. You friends may often ask you to go out or spend money on something. Be careful of financial problem caused by your friends. For work, you should separate between work and personal issues, as your friends may take advantage of you. Your relationship with others at this time mostly involves benefits. This card also represents the hidden forces of negativity that constrain you and that trick you into thinking you are imprisoned by external forces ultimately out of your control. The Devil is an inner force within each of us. He represents our fears, addictions, and other harmful impulses. He is a master of deception and creates the illusion that you are involuntarily bound to him. However, the figures in this card are free to remove the chains from around their necks, indicating that they have freely given the devil any power he has over them. Ask yourself where you are feeling stuck or restricted in your life. You may be tricked into believing that you are being controlled by external forces when in fact you have created your own chains of imprisonment and powerlessness. A sense of hopelessness can accompany the devil. You feel despair and have a pessimistic view of life because you feel that so much is outside of your control. You fear the worst, and this means that your fears have a hold over you and prevent you from leading a more fulfilling and optimistic life. What are the addictions or attachments restraining you from experiencing the freedom of the fool? Are you giving yourself over to the illusion of helplessness and despair? Know that you have the power within to free yourself from the bondage of the devil. The devil often reflects actual addictions and dependencies in your life, such as alcoholism, drug taking, unhealthy relationships, overspending and the like. You think you need something and you are willing to go against what you know to be right and true in order to obtain it. You need to break free of these negative patterns of behavior by acknowledging the hold that they have over you and the negative impact they are having on your life. Often they are behaviors that are immediately gratifying but which cause longer-term damage to your inner fulfillment. More generally, the devil indicates that you are becoming obsessed and hell-bent on a particular idea, situation or endeavor. You are over-investing yourself in one area at the expense of other areas of your life. Often, the devil card represents an over-dependence on material wealth. You may have become so fixated on becoming a millionaire or owning a fancy car that you have forgotten the importance of investing in your relationships or yourself. You have generated a belief that value lies in how much you earn or how much you own. You have created an unhealthy bond with these materialistic desires and you are now being controlled by this bondage. The 9th card for you is representing your hopes, wishes, dreams and fears. Your card is the 6 of Pentacles. You may have obsessive thoughts about things coming into your life, especially benefits relating to your work, finance and love. You may worry that someone may take advantage of you, or you may get unfair judgment, or you may have to follow conditions on payment and return, how much you need to pay and how much you will receive. However, you had better not expect to get 100% return, as it is impossible. You should expect less and be happy to give. If you give without expectation, it is a real happiness. This card is also about charity. You may either be the wealthy man in this card, giving away his wealth, or the beggars, gratefully receiving what the man has to offer. If you are the wealthy man, then you have accumulated great wealth and are now in a position where you can offer financial assistance to those in need. Now that you have lived through the darkness long enough to see the inner light, it is time to help others who are not so fortunate. Consider giving to charity or reaching out a helping hand to someone who needs your support. The generosity of the 6 does not limit itself to money and material things. Giving of your time or your wisdom is often just as spiritually fulfilling as giving away money or gifts, and the intangible gift of your presence is received just as well, if not better. You may also be inclined to make a loan to someone, on the premise that they will eventually pay you back once they are back on their feet. This is a loan built on trust and good faith, knowing that if you give something away, it will come back to you. Remember, though, that this is more about a short-term fix and not a sustainable solution towards self-sufficiency. So, think about how you can financially support your family or friends in a way that encourages them to stand on their own 2 feet eventually. If you are the beggars in the 6 of Pentacles, then you may be the recipient of someone else's charitable activities. This will help you to get back on your feet and to eventually repay the charitable organization or individual, either with your time or your restored wealth. You will also need to identify ways in which you can become more self-sufficient in the long run. The risk of accepting charity is that you become dependent on it and cannot look after yourself. Be mindful that you are not becoming submissive or noticeably desperate as a result of the charity that someone else is providing you. The last card for you is representing the outcome. Your card is the Five of Swords. You are engaging in conflict or finding yourself disagreeing with others, leading to tension and hostility. Despite thinking you have won, you may still end up the loser because you have hurt or annoyed others and have subsequently isolated yourself. You try to pick up the pieces and act as if the conflict is now in the past, but others have now lost faith in you and do not want to be around you. This might be one of those times when it feels like everyone is against you and you may lose some friends along the way. You will need to make a decision about whether your point of view is so important to you that it is okay to put your relationship with others in jeopardy, or whether you can compromise and try to see eye to eye with others. The Five of Swords can also represent conquest. If you have been aggressive in your struggles, then you will soon accomplish your objectives. However, if you have been passive, you may need to compromise on your personal interests, giving in to the wishes of the opposing force. You will feel that there are more obstacles ahead, and you will not want to face the ordeal you know you must if you are to have what you want or the way you want it. Overall, you are in for a struggle and there is more work or problems ahead than you are aware of now. Things will not go as well as they should, and you will have conflicts or clashes of will with others. Thus, the Five of Swords is a card representing ambition but in the negative sense. Too much ambition without regard to the consequences to yourself or others results ultimately in a situation of loss for everyone. You may be represented either by the callous winner or the dejected losers. In any case, there is a negative connotation. If your focus is solely on winning your goals at any cost, you will eventually discover to your own dismay that the price of winning may not have been worth the reward. Arrogance and pride often go hand in hand with a difficult triumph such as this, and you must be careful not to think you are invincible. You have overcome a challenge, and you have the right to feel proud, but know that there will be other rivals to face and that some of them will eventually defeat you. Boasting to others that you are invincible is an invitation for someone to prove you wrong. If your victory was won through cheating or unethical conduct, beware of an attempt at vengeance. The Five of Swords can relate to a betrayal or sneak attack by someone you trust and do not suspect as your enemy. There may be an unfaithful partner or a jealous person in your life who is sabotaging you behind your back. Look to other court cards in the reading to understand who may be working against you. You must be very careful whom you trust at this point in time because you are vulnerable to attack and gossip. The Five of Swords may simply point to defeat. It shows that, despite your best efforts, you are likely to be beaten. If you allow yourself to become disillusioned after such a loss, then you are on the path to increased ruin and torment. Accept your defeat, learn from it, and then make sure that next time you succeed. Be smarter and wiser as a result of your loss. There will be a chance of disappointment or loss. Your expectation will not be fulfilled. Your project or plan may be suspended or cancelled. You may feel defeated. You will be in a stressful situation with a more powerful person who may make you feel ashamed, disgraced or lose face. For work, you should lower your self-confidence. You may have conflicts with your boss. If you run your business, do not expand investment at this time as you may only gain loss. For finance, be careful of spending money. You should be thrifty. For love, you will be obstructed by your senior. If you are single, there will be no chance to be fulfilled. Be careful of your health and accident as well. Alternatively, the Five of Swords can be seen from quite a different angle, that of a hollow victory. It is possible that the two defeated men in this card were really not defeated at all, they simply laid down their arms and walked away. The men either knew that they would lose, or they knew that trying to win would be a waste of energy and a pointless exercise. By choosing not to fight, they are really the winners here, because he who knows when to fight, and when not to fight, will be victorious. The advice of the Five of Swords is to pick your battles. You may be tempted to fight every conflict to ensure you get your way, to prove that you are right, or to defend yourself when you are feeling challenged or threatened by another person. However, most experts agree, choosing your battles wisely is a much better way of life than battling out every disagreement. Not only will picking your battles lead to a more peaceful existence, it is also more likely to strengthen your interpersonal relationships. Last but not least, the guidance card for you is the Renewal. The angels sent you this card because you're either near the end of a project or at a crossroads, on the threshold of making an important change. This card signifies that it's time to review and do some evaluation. Make thoughtful judgments regarding your life, and then make confident choices. Rest easy, knowing that you've prepared well. Legal situations are resolved favorably for you. In addition, academic examinations and certification tests go well. Additional meanings of this card: a landmark decision, a career or job change, moving in a new direction, a new beginning. Jeremiel is the archangel who helps you evaluate your life so you can clearly decide upon appropriate changes. Spend some time alone with a pad of paper and pen, and call upon Jeremiel to help you review what needs to be changed, healed, or released.
I hope that you enjoy everything, and if you like the reading, just please click subscribe and you will get instant notifications every time we publish a new video right to your YouTube. Thanks.